It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. Welcome to the podcast. And today, I got another question for you. Can Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson? That's what I want to know. Do you think Jake Paul can beat Mike Tyson? Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in a few months, Jake Paul will fight Mike Tyson in a boxing match on Netflix. Now, I was wondering, bro, who would win this fight? I was having some conversations with some young people about who would win this fight, and the answers were very interesting. And I'm going to get into that, but first, a couple things. I want to give a big shout out to Seoul, South Korea. Got some plays over in Seoul, South Korea this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Doraba. In Seoul, South Korea, I saw that the Dodgers played the Padres over there. Very cool. I'm glad you got to experience the Major League Baseball energy vibes and got to see a baseball game live. Goes some very cool teams, very cool players. I'm glad you got to see that. So thanks for listening. Gracias, gratitude. And additionally, this podcast is brought to you by the song called Eating Breakfast. I did a track called Eating Breakfast a few years back. It's a song about eating breakfast by yours truly, the Captain Che Cortez. So if you want to hear a song about eating breakfast, I'll put a link below. Check it out. Now let's get on with the podcast. So like I said from the jump, do you think Jake Paul will beat Mike Tyson? Like I said, I had some conversations with some people this week, and the answers are very interesting. I was talking to some young people, very young people, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20-sums, 18-year-olds. And these individuals seem to think that Jake Paul will destroy Mike Tyson. That's what they thought. The young people thought, hey, Jake Paul can handle the business. Maybe these people see him on YouTube like, yeah, this guy's going to destroy Mike Tyson because he's all over YouTube. It's just because he's on YouTube they think he's going to beat him. Maybe he can, maybe not. How skilled is Jake Paul? Now, one other thing too. Some of the people I talked to thought possibly these were all scripted. Now, I'm going under the assumption that these are not scripted and this is a real match between two boxers. So that's how I'm taking it. It's all real. And if this is all real, does Jake Paul have the skills to beat Mike Tyson? And a lot of young people I talk to don't think so. Now, me being a 48-year-old dude and getting to see Mike Tyson travel the timeline and destroy opponents after opponent after opponent over and over again, seemingly unstoppable until James Buster Douglas knocked him out. But he was on a warpath of destroying human beings like no other. A vicious, monstrous, bad boxer. Probably number 2 greatest boxers of all time. Probably Muhammad Ali's 1, and then Tyson's number 2, most likely. I don't know, maybe people disagree, but that's what I kind of think. So can this 58-year-old version of Mike Tyson beat a 27-year-old version? Now, how skilled is Tyson? Probably phenomenally skilled. Mike Tyson can probably destroy any regular human being in the ring. Just regular people that work regular jobs, that don't train or box at all. He could destroy probably every single one. But then when you get to the level of boxers with skills, does Jake Paul have enough skills in the boxing arena to beat Tyson, who is very skilled? He's a little older, maybe he's a little slower, maybe he's just not endurable. I don't know. I'm not sure, but maybe he's not. But I was thinking, does it really matter how skilled either of them are? Does it really matter how strong they are, how many squats they can do, how much cardio they do, how much mitts they hit, how much sparring they do, how much weights they lift? I like to think that this fight's not even going to be about that. It's not going to be about how many squats you can do, or how many squat thrusts, or how many barbells you can lift, or kettlebells, or steel mace, or lifting weights, or riding a bike, or running, or jump roping, or battle ropes, or whatever. It matters how much time you spent in the cold, right? Whatever thing you can do to tighten up your body. I don't even think it's going to matter. I think what's going to come down to is going to be whose mind is stronger, right? A lot of literature, a lot of reading, a lot of rabbit holes I've gone down have said the mind is everything, right? If you have the mind, you can overcome. And there's a lot of examples of young people and old people overcoming so many obstacles in the athletic arena, in life in general, just overcoming things just with their mind, right? Maybe Tyson's a little older. Maybe he's not sharp. Maybe he's 58 years old, right? Maybe he is. But does that really matter if his mind is ferociously stronger than Jake Paul's? Jake Paul may be faster, does more reps. I don't even know. But it's not going to matter if his mind's not strong enough, if his mind is strong. Maybe his mind's strong enough to overcome Tyson. Maybe it's just the battle of the minds. Like I said, I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of people talking that these muscles don't matter. You ever seen the Matrix movie? You probably have, the Matrix. And then Neo's fighting Morpheus in the dojo. And he's like, is that air you're breathing? Does it matter in this world if I'm faster or stronger than you? Right? I mean, I think that might apply in this athletic event. Now, obviously, there's breath, there's VO2, and there's all this heart rate. Okay, sure. I'm sure that all exists. That's all real. I'm not saying it's not. But when it comes down to it, is it just battle of wills? Tyson mentality, will versus Jake Paul. It might just come down to that. Whose mind is stronger? And like I said earlier, a lot of things, I feel that's what it is. Who will not quit? Who will just keep going? Who will not stop? Who will not give up? Who will not stay down? Is it come down to that? And if it comes down to that, whose mind do you think is stronger? Right? You might go on these betting sites, get a bet and bet. I'm going to bet this and bet that and bet. And if you do bet responsibly. But if you do bet, are you betting because Tyson's old, he's not got as much muscle and all this? Or are you going to bet because whose mind is stronger? And if you use the mind stronger as the metric, whose mind is stronger? I think it might come down to that. It's the mindset, it's the mentality, it's the mental. Whose mind is stronger? Well, who will quit first? Who will stop? Who will give up? Who will just won't have it in the tank? Who won't? I don't know. That's a hard bet. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Jake Paul. I know he boxes, he's on YouTube. That's all I know. I don't know how strong his mind is. But I will say this. To accomplish and do what he's done, which I've seen, I've read a little about what he's done, it does take a strong mind to do that. But on the flip side of that too, what Tyson has accomplished and done up until now takes a strong mind as well. They both have strong minds. One's been in the game longer, one's not as much. But strong minds to achieve what they've achieved, no question about it. You know, consistency keeps showing up on both sides, right? Now when it comes down to this battle in this ring, whose mind is stronger? So place your bets, place your bets, place your bets. Who has a stronger mind? Forget all the metrics and all that crap. Forget the records, forget all that. Whose mental is stronger? Place your bets on that. Put your chips on the mental. Whose mind do you think is stronger? I don't know. I'll be honest though. Tyson, in his day, was a ferocious, monstrous beast, right? Can he tap into that mentality? Can he tap into that mindset again? Now, as you get older, like me, you do kind of like, throttle back. You're not as intense. Maybe you're a little more docile. But I'll be honest though, even with myself, who's not a professional fighter, a professional athlete at all, when I get in that training space, when I get to work out, when I get to do what I got to do in the training space, I do switch into a different mode, like you say. And that mode is just go hard. Like I'll come to my house after a long day of doing whatever. I'll be busy doing stuff all day, doing all these things that kind of drain the energy, right? But even though the energy is drained, I take my mind and say, nah, we're going to do this work. We're going to show up and do the workout. We're going to show up. We're going to train. We're going to show up, do the bag work. We're going to lift the weights, right? The mental's like, bro, we will not stop. But this happened. Doesn't matter. We're gonna do it. And this is just me. I'm a normal dude, a regular dude living a regular life. I'm not an elite athlete, right? And I have that mentality now. Imagine what these elite athletes' minds are like to accomplish what they're accomplishing. I think Tyson still got it. Tyson probably still has that mindset to overcome and command the space. He has it. But Jake Paul might have it as well. Like, I'm not going to lean just on Mike Tyson. Jake Paul probably has that as well. So it comes down to what's will versus will, mind versus mind. Place your bets. Who's winning, right? You know what? One additional thing. I don't have Netflix right now. And I've said that many times in this podcast. I don't have it. And I'll be honest with you. I kind of want to see what happens with this fight. I might just have to get Netflix for just like a month, just so I can see the fight and see whose mind is stronger. Yeah. They can lift weights, they can ride the bike, they can go running, they can battle rope, hit mitts, all the things fighters do to train their body, right, train the body. But who's mental stronger, bro? That's the question. So like I said from the jump, can Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson? I've heard a lot of words, a lot of answers. I haven't heard people tell me they could beat Mike Tyson. Layman's tell me they could beat Mike Tyson. This is the mentality. They think Mike Tyson slipped. They think he's too old. They're thinking they can beat him, right? I think Will Smith did a song. He thinks he can beat Mike Tyson. You got people out here thinking they can beat Mike Tyson. And maybe they can. If their mind's strong enough, they probably can. How strong is the mind? How strong is the mentality? Maybe a layman could beat Mike Tyson if they had the strong enough mind, right? But it takes a very, very strong belief and mentality to overcome a seasoned, pro, legendary, beastie, monster fighter like Tyson. I won't say these people I talk to can't. They might be able to, right? And if they have the opportunity, maybe they could. But right now, it's Jake Paul's time to try to take down Tyson. Does he have the mentality and mindset to handle that business? We'll find out. Fights in a few months, and we'll know the answer to that question. Whose mind is strong? So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I want to talk about. When I was walking around in my world, doing what I do, I was having conversations about stuff, and this came up. I saw it on the news. I was talking about people about it, and this is what's going on. These young people out here thinking Tyson's through what he's done. I don't think they took into account the strength of the mind. And also, additionally, in a fight, on any given day, anybody can win or lose anytime. Nothing's 100% for sure. So it should be very interesting. In the battle of the minds and the mental, who shall win this fight? And we'll find out. And I'll do some follow-up podcasts to further expand upon this fight. Probably after the fight, do one as well. So let's see. Who will win? Place your bets, place your bets, place your bets. Maybe you win some big money. I don't know. All comes down to the mentality, right? What do you think? I don't know. But anyways, that's what I was thinking about this week. And additionally, coming up, we're about a week out from Star Trek coming back, Discovery. So once we hit April, all month, baby, we just doing Star Trek Discovery for sure, all month. So get prepared. Star Trek Discovery is coming. And I'll be doing podcasts all month about it. You'll be like, Captain, you ain't talk about a lot of TV shows and movies. Well, it's been a drive, so I haven't really seen a lot that I want to talk about in the podcast. But you know, in this podcast, Star Trek is on TV, movies, shows, whatever, and they're live. We will talk about them. Because that's my most favorite thing in the world. I haven't forgotten. They just been kind of taking a little pause. But they coming back. Get prepared. A few weeks, Star Trek is back. We'll be back on that. But right now, it's all about Jake Paul and Tyson. Who do you think is going to win? Put some comments below. Who's winning? Jake Paul or Tyson? Let's hear what you got to say. All right, cool. So thanks for listening. Appreciate God's gratitude. And until next time, we'll see you. Viver y boom. Living is good. Until next time, this is Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.